Hey YouTube, it is time to talk about baked beans, and I'm talking about that 4th of July picnic where you've been asked to bring a side dish or comfort food for fall that requires something a little more than the canned baked beans you get at the store with that sad little piece of fat floating in them. We are going to talk about making, these are super easy, they are so delicious. They're not hard to make, they do take some time, but if you have the patience, you will be rewarded with the best baked beans you've ever tasted, and you will be asked to make them forever after. Let's check it out. These are a 2-day process, so you start the night before. I've used a half a pound of beans here, and I just put them in a pot and cover them with enough water to cover them and let them sit overnight in the pot just on the stove at room temperature. In the morning, we come back and I'm going to put them, we just dump them into a colander, and I'm going to give them a quick rinse with some cold water. And these are, I think these are pinto beans. Rinse them off a bit. So with the beans rinsed, I'm going to just leave those set aside for a little bit because we're going to use this pan, rinse it out, and we're going to put the sort of the sauce ingredients in the pan and get it boiling. And then we're going to put the beans back in it and put them in a preheated 300-degree oven. If you are lucky enough to have a bean pot, I have 2 of these, so I'm going to cook them in this, and I'll probably need 2 of them. I only have 1 with a lid, sadly. I found these at antique stores. They're so cool. Look how pretty that is. So let's get over to the stove, and I will show you the ingredients that go into the sauce that's going to cover these beans, and they're going to cook in the sauce in a preheated 300-degree oven. First, I'll show you just a quick, this is the ingredients list for a small batch of this. You can multiply this by any number to make more, but I have got 1.5 cups of water, 1/4 cup of molasses, a teaspoon of dry mustard, 1/4 cup of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of ketchup, 1/2 bay leaf, 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, 1/8 teaspoon of black pepper, and like a pinch of cloves, and some freeze-dried onions. This would, if it was fresh onion, you'd be using 1/4 whole onion, and if you want to get fancy, you can stick a few whole cloves in it, but I'm just using freeze-dried onion and a pinch of cloves. And since I like a lot of meat, I am using 10 ounces of our chopped up bacon ends from our pork that we make into bacon. I save the ends that I can't slice nicely. So you can go lighter on the meat if you want, but we're going to use 10 ounces for this, so it's going to be a very meaty recipe. And we're going to put all of this ingredients except for the meat in the pan and warm it up, and we want to get this sugar dissolved, and then that is going to make the base for our sauce. And we want to just stir that to break up the brown sugar and kind of combine all of this. And I'm just going to bring that up to a boil to make sure the sugar's all dissolved and everything's combined, and then we're going to pour this over the meat and beans and get it going in the oven. And then once that has boiled, we're going to take the meat, and I've divided this into 2. You can see one I've already done all this, but we're going to take the meat and just put it in the bottom of the little bean pot, or you can do this in a Dutch oven or whatever pot you have. You don't need to have a bean pot. We're going to add the beans, and then we're going to add the sauce over the top of all of it, and then we're going to add enough liquid, just water, to cover those by about 1/2 inch. So you can just add some fresh water right over the top. And what you're going to do once these go in the oven, they're going to cook for, I don't know, 6 to 8 hours, but you're going to want to check them every so often and watch as this liquid level reduces, because these beans are still pretty hard and they're going to soak up the water and expand, and you don't want them to cook dry. So you want to keep topping these up with just a little bit of water throughout the cook time so that you get towards the end and you'll see them being as saucy as you prefer. And then all of this lovely meat will break up into the sauce and the fat will melt, and you'll have the best baked beans you ever saw. So we are going to cover these, and they're going in a 300-degree oven for the rest of the day. And then I like to let them sit overnight, and they're better served the next day. And I'm just using one of my other lids for my cover. But there they are. We're going to let those sit, and I'll just come back and check them periodically and add some water, and then we'll see what the finished product looks like. You won't believe how good these are, you guys, and they're really easy to make. These have been in the oven for 6 to 8 hours is usually what I bake them for, and you can add water until they're just as saucy as you like, but this is exactly how I like them to look. So we're going to go ahead and take both of these out of the oven. Now I just give them a quick stir, and I'll combine these into one pot and put them in the refrigerator overnight to let the flavors continue to develop, and the beans will continue to soak up liquid, and tomorrow we'll serve these with a wonderful barbecued dinner. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.